I want to be the best in the game.
Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast, the season finale. We've had an incredible year of football. I've spent a lot of time with my co-hosts, Trevor Scott right here, Kerry Dempsey right here. My name's Zachary Smith. Been a great season, guys.
It's been amazing. It's been so fun. Sad to see it go. Hate to see her go. Love to watch her leave, but you know, we'll be back for every NFL season for the rest of our lives.
Yep.
I'm locking it in. That's my commitment. And Banana Man, glad to have you here for the party episode.
Yep.
Banana Man is here, ready to drink some beer. Can't even pronounce it tonight.
Beer.
Ready to talk to football. It's ready. We're ready. Let's go.
Alrighty. So before we get into what we're drinking tonight, before we get into all the fun stuff we have in store for you guys, we're going to share a little bit of the year one of Beerly Football, all the highlights. All
Enjoy.
right, check it out. Hello and welcome back. Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Beerly Football Podcast about football but Beerly. I am your host, Zachary Smith. Joined me as always is Trevor Scott and Kerry Dempsey. How we doing tonight, boys?
I'm just going with a Michelob Ultra. Pretty basic.
Okay, back that up a second.
Michelob.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to wing it. Michelob, you know, whatever that.
It's Michelob.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Same thing.
It's okay. At least we're not a beer podcast or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be awful, right? You know?
If you are ever in the situation where you need to drink a beer for breakfast, I would 100% recommend Michelob Ultra. Anyways, I went up to Bannon Brewing Company up near Blue Ridge, and I had a beer called Hive Kicker, and it's like a wine ale with honey, which kind of sounds disgusting, but it was really good, and I got a case of them, and I saved those tonight. Shout out to Georgia, shout out to Hive Kicker, shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to Ireland.
What are you guys
Shout out to
drinking?
Ireland.
Tonight I am going to be drinking another Orpheus Brewing Company Native Funk. Again, shout out to Ritesh Patel. He's my boy. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get right into the news. Even though I like the Raiders in this game, I think it's going to be a close game. So,
What's your thoughts on the Chiefs defense for someone that was hating on them early this year, this complete turnaround since then?
it's been an impressive turnaround.
You think it's enough to get them deep in the playoffs?
Zach, it's also impressive when you turn around.
Isn't it always?
And you really think that adding one or two guys to that defense wouldn't have made a difference?
No,
Give it a lie.
again, the argument never has been defense for me. I said, why is the offense worse? And it's worse in nearly every category except first downs.
What are you getting gassed, Gary? And I don't like that.
Is any other rookie quarterbacks doing anything this year?
You know what you tweeted? You?
Yeah.
A tweet that compared Mac Jones to who? Josh Allen.
Most overhyped team in the NFL right now is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's not a lot of hyped teams in the NFL, though.
They're the most overhyped, though. Them and
It's a
New
different one
England
every
is
week.
pretty neck and neck.
You just pissed off me and Carrie in the same sentence.
Huh?
How did you manage to piss off me and Carrie in the same sentence?
I should
Hey,
do
Zach.
that. I have that effect on people.
Zach just keeps digging himself in the hole every week after every Patriots win.
Listen, Zach can dig in holes.
My biggest fraud in the NFL right now is the LA Rams.
So it's
I
a
wouldn't say
team,
they're-
not a player.
Yeah, either one's fine. I don't think the Rams are a bad team. I don't think they're a good team. I've been saying it all year long. I've never been a fan of Stafford. He's a mid-range quarterback. He's not a huge upgrade on Goff. They have no running game. They have a very top-heavy roster with huge names like Ramsey, Donald, Von Miller, OBJ. But this team is going nowhere.
Well, my biggest fraud in the NFL, and Kerry mentioned him earlier, is LaFraud Jackson. He has just been so unimpressive this year. It's insane.
Friends become memory. Friends become enemies just like that in a matter of freaking seconds, dude. You just watch them switch up right in front of your eyes.
All right, so what did you guys think of the highlights?
Dude, I thought it was a little biased. I mean, like, I remember somebody making a couple statements like Taylor Heineke's top 10 quarterback, Carson Wentz is top 10 quarterback, but for some reason, no, that didn't get in the highlights. Just some guy saying that the Rams are frauds and weren't good. But, I guess the editor chooses what he wants to make, but,
I like the how the Lamar Jackson hate was sprinkled in there just one last time. As
Listen,
you know,
listen.
you want to talk about Lamar, don't ask his fans. Talk to his haters long enough, they'll bring him up.
Listen, it was from one of the more popular episodes. How can I not throw it in there?
Hey, you didn't get any Tyrod Taylor slander either. Like, come on.
I was
Bias.
limited on time. I put this together in like 2 days. It took a long time. All right, so yeah, but really great episode. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Obviously, Beerly was just a dream, and we made it a reality. So, claps for us.
A little sperm. Yeah.
Go on.
Bye, good.
All right, so last episode
Bye, good.
for the off season. So what are we drinking tonight?
So tonight, I'm gonna switch it up. Normally I let you guys go first, but I'm having Sweet Baby Jesus. It is a chocolate peanut butter porter out of DeClaw Brewing Company in Baltimore, Maryland. Very good.
Shout out to the Ravens.
Shout out to the Ravens. Very good. Tastes like if a Reese's peanut butter cup was a beer. And then I'm not going to show it because I don't want this taken off of YouTube, but I'm also having Jameson Stout Edition, which is whiskey finished in craft beer barrels, product to Ireland. Shout out to Ireland.
Shout out to Ireland.
That's another thing I had to make sure I got in the highlights because that was a big part of the show.
This past week, I heard the Baltimore Ravens, are called the Ravens because of Edgar Allan Poe. Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mind blown. The more you know.
The more you know.
Your brain just doubled in size. Just
What are you
from that.
drinking, Carrie?
I told you guys all season I've been two things. Corona. I did three. Either Corona, Yingling, or Bud Light. But, party episode, last episode before our off-season kicks off. Decided to go with something fancy. Miller Lite.
What?
Shock the world.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
God. I got all excited for this episode thinking he was going to bring something interesting.
Me too. I thought he was
I
going to
changed it up.
You've had that before, Carrie. You made me think it was going to be new.
It's new for me. I changed it up. Come on. Give me something. Give me some applause.
No,
Thank you.
I refuse. More the same here at Beerly. What are you having, Trevor?
Carrie, I appreciate you going at Zach as much as you did this whole football season. Saying some very clip-worthy things. Devontae Adams isn't the best receiver in the NFL. He's overrated. All the fun things you said. So, in your honor, I got a Yingling. Zach, in your honor, a beer you used to absolutely bang back when we were roommates. Can you give me a guess of what you think I got in your honor?
A beer from college.
Westlake.
From Westlake. From Westlake. There's only a couple things it could be, and I'm going to be embarrassed. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Good.
Wow.
Good. I thought it was going to be the other one that I used to bang, but I'm glad it's not.
Right. So, yeah, but I don't know which one I'm going to drink first. So, Carrie as Team Modelo, as Team Yingling, Zach as Team Modelo. I'm going to ask you guys both, who is the best player in the NFL?
Like best football player?
Yeah, but answer wisely.
I know it. Evan McPherson.
Zach, can you top that?
It's definitely Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. I'm going Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
We're cracking the Modelo.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Pure disappointment.
He's such a great tight end.
He is.
If only he's as good a kicker as Evan McPherson, sadly.
All
That
right,
one-
so
One touchdown all year.
since this is the party episode, we have a couple guests that we're going to have on the show tonight. The first one, I believe, is already
Everybody,
here.
take your clothes off.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, dude.
The first one, I believe, is already here. Welcome back to the program for the third time, Goat.
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that was
Great.
amazing.
How
are
you doing?
How's everything?
I guess I'm all right. The Aaron Rodgers on the Pat's show today. No surprise. I literally tweeted 2 hours before. I was like, he's gonna tell us nothing. I already know.
That's what I told Gary.
I know. I was like, you guys are literally so on edge about nothing. I was like, he's not gonna tell us anything, and he didn't. He didn't. So.
Just trying to get the rumors out there.
But
Oh, I know.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying, nothing is something. So what do you think that means?
There you go.
Well, his Instagram post Monday night, I saw it. I literally was about to go to bed, and I hopped on Twitter, and I wish I would have just went to bed because I was wide awake. I was like, I gotta dissect this whole thing now. But at first, that post that sounded like a goodbye, like for real. And then I watched the show today, and I listened to him talk about just gratitude and everything, and I was like, I really genuinely think he was just showing appreciation for this year that he's had, and getting engaged, and being able to play with Randall Cobb again, and his relationship with Devontae Adams and all that stuff. So a part of me thinks several things have to fall in line for him to come back, but I don't think we're trading him. I used to think that we were. I don't think we're trading him. I think he comes back or he retires, but I'm more so leaning retirement as of right now.
You think he should have won MVP?
It's
Don't
debatable. Lie. It's debatable between him and Brady. I can't lie to you. I
think
think
from a Packers fan, I'll take it.
Yeah. I think it's debatable. I think the impact when we lost to Kansas City and he wasn't playing, I think that was a big indicator for his MVP.
I started Jordan Love in fantasy that week.
That's sad.
Ouch. Yeah, that reeks.
Oh, man. Yeah, Trevor was an absolute monster in fantasy this year.
No, it was in our other league. My starter was on a bye.
4-12.
I was like, I made the playoffs. Oh, you're talking about Beerly League?
Beerly League? No, you did not.
No, you did not
That
make
was
the
Saquon's
playoffs.
fault. That was Saquon's fault. But Goop, what was your favorite part of this NFL season? What was your favorite moment, your favorite play, your favorite game, anything? What was your favorite looking back?
Ooh, that's such a tough one. God, I don't know, man. There's too many. Honestly, this is so specific, but it popped back up on my feed the other day. When we beat the Ravens, there was this throw that Rodgers had, and it honestly, a lot of his throws, my jaw drops to the floor. It just doesn't make any sense. But that one in particular, he threw it in between like 3 people to MVS, and it was like the most cleanest throw I have ever seen. That's up there. I know it's super specific, but that, and then probably the game I went to. I did attend the Chicago Green Bay game in Green Bay, so that was a really good game. Despite our special teams literally putting on the worst performance I've ever seen, it was still good to beat the Bears and to watch it happen. It was good.
Yeah.
Do you think the Packers are going to be the king of the North next season, regardless of if Rodgers is there or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I do.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of development going on in the North right now. I mean, you got Justin Fields. I think he's going to be good. The Vikings, new head coach, but they're kind of up in the air. They usually are. I don't know. They're just kind of hard to predict. And then the Lions, I mean, they're the Lions, but I'm not going to count them out because I do like Dan Campbell.
You should count them out.
Yeah, you're going to bite some kneecaps off.
I know, I've had some kneecaps off. But I I don't think I think it'll probably be the Vikings come out with Kirk Cousins. If we don't have Rodgers, we have Rodgers, and it's going to be ours again for sure. I don't care if we lose however many players. I still think it's going to be ours just because of him.
So here's a question we had on Twitter last night, and let's say that Rodgers does retire.
Okay.
First of all, where would you put Aaron Rodgers all-time quarterbacks? And would you have Aaron Rodgers above Dan Marino all-time? I know we had a very Packers versus Dolphins on our Twitter last night, but what are your thoughts on all-time rankings for Aaron Rodgers? And also, would you have him above Favre? I think most people do. Just want to double check.
Yeah.
I have him above Favre for sure. I have him probably top 5, probably number 5 or number 6. I wouldn't. I mean, a lot of our fans are like, "Oh, he's the best all time. He's the best all time." He's not. He's not the best all time. I would argue Manning in front of him, Brady's in front of him. I don't think I'm definitely not taking Marino over him either. So I don't know. I don't have my full list, but I would put him 5 or 6. And I think that he's won 4 MVPs. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's won a Super Bowl. And talking about Super Bowls really quickly, the whole the Packers have only won 2 Super Bowls with 2 amazing quarterbacks back to back. I don't think people realize how hard a Super Bowl is to get to, and how much has to fall into place. Yeah. I don't really consider that an insult like most people think it is. It just isn't. So I anywhere from 4 to 6. I don't think Marino has he won. Did he win 1 MVP? I think. Did he win 1?
I think he won 1.
Won 1, yeah. So
no Super Bowls though.
Yeah, so I don't think that's really.
Words before 2005 don't count.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bias.
No, I'm definitely taking Rodgers over Marino for sure.
You think he has a chance to climb if he, we don't know how much longer he'll play, but if he plays, let's say 5 years, you think he
goes to Denver, wins a Super Bowl?
Yeah, his chance to get higher on that list?
I think so, absolutely. The window hasn't closed until he's definitely retired.
No, Kerry, he's no matter what he does for the rest of his career, this is good.
This is good. For sure. No,
So Goot, you talked about how it's the Packers probably won't trade him. It's either retirement probably or he's coming back. Do you think there's a possibility he pulls a Rob Gronkowski, retires, and then comes back a year later?
I think once he's out, he's gone.
Really?
I agree. I think once he's out, he's gone.
Andrew Luck, maybe fall off the face of the earth, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, if you listen to him today, he just did a 12-day cleanse or something. It was so interesting to listen to. But if you look up the cleanse, it's literally horrible what he had to do for 12 days. I just think he would be the type to literally, like you said, fall off the face of the earth, and we never hear from him or see him again, for a while. I feel like he just lay low.
See, living in a yurt somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, that sounds peaceful.
I know,
some cows, some sheep, some cheese.
Something. I mean, something just secluded on its own, away from everybody. Something that he would do, seems like.
None of you guys brought up anything about Devontae Adams. What does it mean if Rodgers goes? Does he stay? Do they trade? Do they try to get somebody? Derek Carr?
That's what I think it depends. I think they both go hand in hand. I think if we tag Devontae, Rodgers would want to come back more, obviously, and everything. But I don't know. As of right now, I don't think we're gonna do anything with Devontae, and that's really gonna suck. That's really gonna suck. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But if there's any possibility that Rodgers is coming back, I mean, I don't know what they talk about behind closed doors. I mean, we have no idea where he's at with the office, or what the front office knows, and everything like that. So I don't know. I think if they know that he is thinking about coming back, they'll do something about Devontae, because I don't think he's gonna want to play without him.
I feel like we're going to break it here first.
100%.
He's going to tell us.
Billy Football Podcast.
I hope he does.
Carrie, as soon as you hear a whisper, Carrie runs our Twitter account. As soon as you hear a whisper, you tweet that out. I don't care if you're taking a poo on the toilet. That thing's going out the second you hear a whisper.
100%.
No. Aaron Rodgers will be on our show next week. I'm working on it.
Gotcha.
Can we get
Yeah,
Shailene Woodley on here too?
They broke up, didn't they?
I mean, he was in her she was in his Instagram post.
I know, that's what's so confusing.
Yeah.
TMZ is like, oh, they split, and then now he's like, oh, I love you, like, thank you for everything. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Nobody
there's
knows.
nothing wrong
Like
with
the
being in love
Instagram
with your
post
ex-girlfriend.
made it sound like they're still together. Like he was
Yeah.
like, "Thank you for letting me chase after you for the first couple weeks after I met you, and then taking me in, and always supporting me and blah 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 blah." That's not the post you make after a breakup.
No.
There's nothing wrong with being in love with your ex-girlfriend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Like, that's
Okay.
all I'm
Get
gonna say.
out of here right now!
All right.
Leave.
So, Goot, we didn't talk to you since the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl this year?
I feel like the Bengals had the game the whole time, and I disagree with that holding call at the end there. I don't care what Rams fans say, that was cheap.
Oh,
It was
the
so
one at
cheap.
the 2-yard line on the linebacker?
Oh yeah. I
That
totally disagree.
horseshit.
Well, to
Oh,
be
oh,
fair,
No, shut up, Zach. Nobody wants to hear about the pass interference.
There was a lot of bad calls.
there was a lot of bad calls,
Let us
missed calls
breathe.
throughout the game, and probably the biggest one is the one that gave
The
the
T.
Bengals
Higgins.
the lead.
Yeah,
Which
T.
was
Higgins.
that
Yeah.
non-call OPI. So, like, to be fair, yes, like, that's a pretty ticky-tack call to make. But at the same time, 75-yard touchdown pass early in the third quarter.
I guess, but I mean, if you're gonna let them play all game, then let them play. Don't call something that freaking
Listen,
small.
hey, I agree. I'm just saying.
It's the refs. They're always going to mess up.
Yeah.
They're never going to be good.
I'm just saying, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I just felt like the Bengals had it, and then of course Eli Apple got absolutely like smoked.
You like crapple.
Poor
Look,
guy.
Oh god,
I
he was
like being
horrible.
the devil's advocate every here and there, every now and then. So, Goot, I got a question for you. Rodgers retires tomorrow. What does the Packers offseason look like? You think you're drafting a QB? You think they're making a blockbuster trade? What does an offseason need to look like if Rodgers is either playing somewhere else or he's retired tomorrow?
So if he's gonna play somewhere else, you get a bunch of draft capital for him, and you go from there, and you just basically rebuild. If he's gonna retire, obviously, you pick Jordan Love in the first round. You got to give him a shot. You got to see what he's got. You got to get him out there. He hasn't had those first team reps. You have to. You got to give him a shot. From there, I mean, it would be important to draft a wide receiver because that would likely mean Tay is gone as well. I don't think Za'Darius is coming back because of his cap hit, which we kind of already knew that anyways. Or I did. I was like, there's no way that we're keeping him.
He's going to the Ravens.
He probably is. I mean, in his little tweets with the eyeballs and everything, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Bless you.
But I would love to build a really good defense before anything else because we had a really good defense this year, and I loved every second of it. We haven't had a defense like that in a long time. Feels like.
Yeah, good D is important.
Yeah, I would start there. I would. Base the offense around Dillon and Jones, and just run what you can with that. Draft a wide receiver, but defense would be my focus for sure. Is what I would want us to do, anyways.
Yeah.
So, we know you're a Packers fan. So, not on the non-biased scale, who's your favorite to win the AFC next year?
Win the AFC next year.
Impressive.
Thanks.
Sorry, guys.
Cleveland!
Sorry. AFC next year. Got a feeling that the Chiefs are gonna be back. I know it's gross. I don't want them to win, but
Bad.
I don't see the Titans doing it again. I just don't.
No.
Not
But
with Tannehill, right, Carrie?
No.
Not with
Nobody
Tannehill.
needed
Not with
Tannehill.
that garbage at
This
quarterback.
episode.
Dude, if you
Garbage.
would have stayed on this episode long enough, like if you stay on this episode for more than like 20 minutes, Carrie is going to try and convince you that Jimmy Garoppolo is as good as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Well-
ever been said.
It was
It was a conversation a couple weeks ago.
Hey, I never
Oh.
said Taylor Heineke was a top 10 quarterback or Lamar Jackson was
Neither-
a top 5 quarterback.
I've
Oh,
never said that
God.
Taylor Heineke was a top 10 quarterback. That's just fake
And
news.
he said Carson Wentz was too. What about that?
His stats say that he is. His stats say that he is.
Play
The
says
eye test,
otherwise,
though.
sadly.
The eye
This is why
test.
His
nobody
stats
listens
say
to
that
us.
he is.
This is why we have no fans.
Carson Wentz is horrible. That man is literally
Oh
about
my
to lose
gosh.
his
There
job.
you go, Goot. Proud of
He's
you.
about to lose
Hey, Good, are you looking for a job? Just come on. Once a week, come argue with Zach about Carson Wentz.
Oh man, I'd love that. I'd love that. I'd love that. Please.
Oh no! Oh god! I don't know if I could argue that much about a guy that's literally about to lose his job. Like it's not
Zach
worth it to
can,
me.
and he
Oh
will
no!
for some reason.
No!
I could talk about Tyrod Taylor and Carson Wentz for 3 hours every night of his life.
And you can talk about Jimmy G for a long time, so I don't want
Jimmy
to hear
G and Ryan
Wow.
Tannehill.
it. Yeah.
Wait, who was the other guy? He had 3 people. It was Jimmy G, Ryan Tannehill, Jared Goff.
Jared
That's
Goff?
who it was.
You don't want to hear any Jared
No,
Goff.
I'm a golf
slander.
lover. I will stick up for Jared
No,
Goff.
no, get out of
I
town.
respect
Leave.
Jared
Go
Goff.
home. Go home. That is horrible.
I feel bad for him. He just got dumped off in Detroit.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
I don't think his girlfriend is that hot, but he's good.
Totally
He's
related.
underrated. Good. Are you just a Packers fan? You watch basketball?
Watch NBA, of course. I'm a Bucks fan.
You ever listen to Beerly Hoops?
No, I should though, right?
Ah, you should. You should have
Never.
already.
You gotta have me on. You know.
Hey,
Hey, talk some Bucks.
Well,
I was on Beerly Hoops last
I love
week
Bucks.
for like
I
2
love the
minutes.
I cried when they won. Cried so hard.
third eye.
It was worth it.
It was. I cried too.
Mm.
Did you?
No, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to get her on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Beerly Hoops is where it's at. Dude, we loved having you on this year 3 times. I feel like it's been more than that. I feel like I've known you forever.
It's an honor. I love you
It's
guys.
gonna
You
be
guys are
it's gonna
coming
be
around.
really interesting. And whenever Rodgers makes his decision, I want to hear from you. Whether it's some messages, whether you hop on a show again, your
Absolutely.
thoughts. We gotta know. Gotta hear it.
Uh,
You're a resident
Absolutely.
Packers fan.
I'm
You are.
honored. I'm honored.
Bring that cheesehead next time.
I'll bring you
Gary's wearing a banana suit tonight, so
I know. I noticed. I love.
Yeah, I get the banana. Cheesehead, who needs that?
Yeah. They go together.
They do, 100%.
you know the Bucks and Packers probably could have won it, but
Oh, I know. Trust me. I've thought about that many times. How happy I would be, but you know, reality sucks.
Yeah.
wait, Jimmy G, the Niners beat the Packers. Kerry, do you want to argue or no? You're not feeling this
Oh
night.
God.
Jimmy G, I'm tired of him for now. You know, I can't keep defending him. He's not great. He's not bad. He's just kind of there. You know.
Kerry, this past week was like the second week out of the past month and a half or the month straight that he hasn't thrown a pick. So why are you falling off Why are you falling off the bandwagon now?
Hey,
Oh
you
man.
know, maybe as long as he doesn't have a tight end that is 1 touchdown all season.
All right. But yeah, Goot, we loved having you on. We'll definitely have to have you on again. Thanks
I
for
would love that.
pulling up tonight.
And a
Thank you.
year full of laughs and camaraderie.
We wish you and Aaron Rodgers the best.
Yep.
Thank you. I've never had Modelo, by the way. Is it good?
I was
No,
I mean, this is like my really first time having it like in a long time. I got it in Zach's honor, so Zach could tell you a little bit more about it than I could. It is
It's,
amazing with salted cashews, though.
What's your favorite beer, Goot?
I like a Blue Moon.
Blue Moon? Okay.
Yep.
A Modelo, so there's different kinds of Modelo. The Modelo that he's having is a Modelo Especial. That is like the greatest light beer on the planet.
Ooh. All right.
It's
I'll
not
give it a
like
try.
a Blue Moon, but like think about like a typical light beer, like the cheap stuff, like a Bud Light or a Miller Light or a Coors Light. Think about that, except better. It's smoother, goes down easier. Very nice.
It's Mexican, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
it's Mexican.
Yeah.
I'll have to
shout
give
out
that
to
a
Mexico.
try.
It's pretty nice.
Well, thanks, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
The next time we'll
Absolutely.
talk about Rodgers. We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers, his decision, and then we'll ask you what you thought about your Modelo's and salted cashews.
I will eat cashews with it. I promise.
Please do. All right, we'll
All right.
see you soon, Good. Thanks for coming on tonight.
All right, peace out, guys.
See ya.
So we go from Green Bay to Miami, north to south. Touch my top, touch my bottom.
Whatever that was.
What is going on right now?
Who knows? What's up,
No,
Nando?
we're not to Miami. We're going from Wisconsin to Miami.
What is
Nando,
up?
what's up? I see the Xavier Howard jersey behind you. What's up, my man?
Man? What is up, guys? Touch your bottoms, touch your tops. I think that was the intro. That's definitely a fun way to start it off.
You're in the beer, man. I see you're pretty beerly tonight. What are you drinking with us?
A little Kona Big Wave, you know, little golden ale. It's like a nice little beach beer, I'd say.
I think I had that.
Nice.
Wait, hang on.
That's a solid one.
That's a good one, especially if you're in Miami.
Yeah, man, it's just a nice beer to just enjoy.
It's a
I
great
work in the
one.
house, so I'm a big beer guy. Okay, look at that little cheers right there. Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You know,
Can't beat the Miller.
you know.
Can't beat the Miller.
Hey, it's
Sweet
better than the
baby
Boudet Light
Jesus.
Hey, it's improvement on Bud Light, you know?
right there. Boom. Sweet baby Jesus. What kind of beer is that?
It's a porter.
Okay, I actually love stouts and porters. My next beer is probably going to be this peanut butter milk nitro stout.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, look at you matching all of us tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
dude.
Sweet
There
Baby
you
Jesus,
go.
it's a chocolate peanut butter porter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chocolate peanut butter. I got a milk peanut butter, so it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And Kerry's been to a Dolphins. He went to a Dolphins game this year,
He
so
did.
I guess we've
I went
matched
to
all of us.
Dolphins game this year.
Let's go. Which games?
I went to the Ravens game,
Ravens
the
game.
Thursday night football game, came back, and then what was the other one? Oh, I went to the Jets game. So 2 wins, 2-0 in that right now.
Tua,
No,
Tua
I'll
and
take
O
it.
right there. Tua and O right there.
Hey,
You know?
undefeated.
Undefeated.
So, what are your thoughts on Tua?
You know, watching the games, it was not sold on Tua. I definitely need to see him, but I'm not, selling Tua. I definitely say year 3. I've never wanted Watson. I've always believed that, too early to give up on that young of a QB, especially the guy
Right, just
who,
a little patience.
A little
Wow.
patience. We have no offensive line. We have an offensive line. It is literally just straight, honestly garbage. I just watched Tua just get tossed around like a rag doll left and right. Yeah, some dumb picks, some dumb plays, but at the end of it, there's no way anyone could perform behind that offensive line. You were having Jacoby Brissett out there, flounder, Tua was doing bad. We had no time to throw. A few times he did. He could do some magic, but year 3, please. Mike McDaniel, please.
As long as Jesse Davis is gone.
Please, dude. I hate Jesse Davis. I've been pounding, preaching for Jesse Davis to be gone. All you do at Dolphins games is just hear 77 holding. Oh, sack when you see Jesse Davis on the ground, man. It's terrible, man. He shouldn't even be in the league, let alone on my starting line.
He seems to be the ultimate least liked player in Miami Dolphins franchise history, from what I could see.
I don't think we've hated someone this hard since when people were trying to run Tannehill out of the town. That's the last time that everyone in Miami was collectively just screaming at a player. Honestly,
Kerry,
Yeah,
I haven't
Ravens
seen you
game was
drinking a
like-
beer in a minute.
I got my Miller right.
Miller Right. That's how you know it's a good night. He can't even say
Miller
Miller Right.
So,
Zach, nice
but
flowers
honestly-
behind you, bro.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
the flower.
Do you want me to hold him up here?
Yeah,
Let's
show
just
him
put
up.
one behind your ear.
No, these are definitely real flowers. That
You brought him for us? That's so nice of you, man.
I appreciate that.
He's such a thoughtful guy.
Nando, let me ask you this. Obviously, the Dolphins next year, the playoffs definitely aren't out of reach. Going deep kind of might be if this year was anything, if next year is anything like last year. I was guessing on a podcast a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about some potential trades in the offseason, and Xavier Howard's names was in there for, I think it was a first round and 2 seconds or something like that. How would you feel about that, potentially giving up a top 2, top 3 at worst corner in the league for some draft picks?
So I think Xavier Howard little bit biased, obviously, but I can definitely see him best corner in the league, man. It's got a nice mix of
Definitely.
aggressiveness, like ball play making skills, and actually blanketing a receiver, locking him up, just making plays when we need to. He even caused a couple fumbles this season. I would hate to trade Xavier Howard. The last time I bought a Dolphins jersey, besides this Xavier Howard jersey, was Ryan Tannehill rookie year. So, like, it would be just my luck that I buy the jersey this year and Xavier Howard gets traded. But, I mean, a first and 2 second round, that's quite a haul, man. Like, I would be sad to see him go, but I think that's pretty fair value, honestly.
It is, yeah. I mean, at worst, he's second best, third best. At very worst,
Yeah, I
he's
mean, like,
a lot.
last time we traded a great corner was like Vontae Davis, and we sent him away for like a second round pick, and then he didn't let up a touchdown in coverage for 2 years. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
first and 2 seconds, that's a lot better return. You know, like
what did Minka get again? Was he
Oh,
like
true.
He
traded-
what, he like 2 first?
Yeah, Minka was a lot.
It was 2 first, at least at first.
Yeah, he got a good return too.
Yeah,
So let me
yeah,
ask you, how long have you been a Dolphins fan?
2007.
So you
like,
remember
2000.
Ronnie Brown, right?
Oh, Wildcat days.
Thank
Wildcat
you.
plays for days.
Thank you.
Baby.
I've asked Harry about that, and he has no memory of it.
He doesn't know
whatsoever.
Ronnie Brown?
Dude,
No.
Ronnie Brown?
How do you
RV,
not
you
know
don't remember the
Ronnie
days.
Brown, bro?
I only care about the Patriots, sadly. I
I
only
mean,
care
they're in
about
the
winning.
same division.
I mean,
Who cares about those losers? Sorry,
Oh,
Nando.
wow.
All I know is that I've been to 5 Tom Brady games, and I'm 5-0 against Tom Brady. I don't know
Yeah,
all this
woo!
hype is about him
He
being a
can't play.
winner.
Patriots can't play in Miami.
5
The
times, you
Patriots-
watch them lose 5 times, you know.
They just turn into the Jets whenever they go to Miami every year. I don't know how.
It's like when you like the Patriots literally turn into a pumpkin when they come into Miami. It's pretty wild. Like
Bill Belichick just, especially when Brian Flores was there, you just couldn't beat him.
oh, the Flo definitely just knew like the inner machinations of Bill right there. He just knew his little mind and just how to play against him, and it was just fun. I would
His
kept Flores
little mind.
just for that simple reason, just knowing the little Bill brain, you know.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the firing of Brian Flores? I mean, I thought he was a good coach. I was really surprised they let go of him. Were you pleased, happy, mad? What were your
Taking
thoughts?
it back for sure. You know, it's definitely a guy who is, oof. Brian Flores was the first coach to go like consecutive winning seasons at Miami. I think in like 20 years or something crazy like that. We haven't had that like consistent of success. You know, barely missing the playoffs. I guess is success for Miami.
Barely
But-
missing the playoffs.
Barely missing. Oh yeah, years of the
There
year
you go.
right there.
I like that, Trevor. Keep that up.
Keep that up. I had been noticing that in the episode. It's a catchy ass slogan, honestly. Year of the beer, like beerly. It's just perfect.
Shout out to Dort. He coined it. Lil Dort.
Oh.
Year of the beer.
You're the freaking beer. I don't know. I was sad about Flo leaving, but I'm excited about Mike McDaniels. You know, he's just got this crazy energy about him. Like, anytime you can actually unite Dolphins fans and not tear them apart, that's already a step in the right direction. If he fires Jesse Davis, maybe makes a little O-line and receiver plays, I'll be a happy man. That's all I
I
need to see.
mean, the defense is there. They got Waddle. If they bring Gesicki back, they got some weapons. Just if they can improve that O line, get Tua a little bit more consistent, get a running game, they could be a threat next year.
Yeah.
Harry, you
like-
think Gesicki's going to end up in KC, don't you?
I think they'd be a good fit for him. I feel like somebody will give him big money.
He'll end up in Kansas? Like,
I could see it. They want
what you
another.
said?
You know, they really don't have much else besides Kelsey and Hill. If they added him to that, that's a pretty good offense.
Why wouldn't they add another wide receiver instead of another tight end?
I mean, you saw how
It's 2022. Put him out wide. Put him in the slot.
I mean, Mike can't block anyways. He's basically a receiver, you know. That's all. So,
What are your thoughts on some of the? You think they should bring Gesicki back? I'm trying to think. Devontae Parker's another guy.
So, like, I'll start with Gesicki. You know, his man's 6'6", 250, fast as hell, and he just makes plays, but at the same time, like, can't block. And I know Mike McDaniel really has an emphasis on that. He really like prides himself in all his pieces being able to be good for that run blocking scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to believe that hiring John Embry, hiring Frank Smith, guys who developed Darren Waller and George Kittle, that has to be big for his development. Like, they have to want to actually work with him. I don't think you invest in that kind of capital. Nice throw. I don't think you invest in that kind of capital unless, like, you're not going to develop Adam Shaheen and Durham Smythe. Like, that's not scaring anyone. Like, I have to believe that's so they can entice Isaac Hills to, like, hey, man, we're going to make you into a monster. Please just stay in Miami.
Yeah.
It'd be disgusting in Kansas, though. I would love to see him win a ring. Big Mike.
Nando, how would you grade your tight end knowledge overall in the NFL?
What do you mean? Like,
Harry knows where this is going.
I know exactly. I know where it's going, too. It's no secret.
Where do you rank Kyle Pitts in NFL tight end ratings?
The one touchdown tight end.
There we go. Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. All right, so Dolphins-Falcons game, I gotta watch Kyle Pitts play. I was pretty fucking drunk, but I remember I was just watching this big-ass number 8 on the field.
You were drunk and that man was open, right?
I honestly thought that he was Calvin Ridley. Like, hey, I was like, look at this big ass dude. He keeps getting open. Like, how are we not guarding Calvin Ridley? How are we not guarding Calvin Ridley? And I was like, wait,
he is a gazelle.
Okay, so thank you for bringing that up, because this is my problem with Kyle Pitts, right? He's more of a receiver than he is a tight end.
I'll give you that. But
as a tight end, I feel like you need to be that red zone threat, and therefore get touchdowns.
Not a top 5 tight end. Not
He's
yet.
not top 5?
No. Maybe next year.
He's number 5.
He's no Brandon Pettigrew,
Kelsey? Like, there you go.
We got Dak with that. Dak, we got you with that last week.
I love that. I was watching the YouTube for that, and that was beautiful. Just watching your actions, like, what are these kids?
I love that. I love that.
But no, Kyle Pitts, he looks like a receiver for sure. I think he should definitely be converted to receiver. Like, he's got that body. He plays that kind of ball.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, he's already faster than Kelvin Benjamin. So, like,
wow.
Kelvin Benjamin's fat ass.
Booger McFarland's famous quote: "Kelvin Benjamin's one Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end." That was the best line ever.
Wasn't he a tight end and then became a... No, I'm thinking of Devin Funches, who was like a tight end and then a receiver.
Yeah, he was a tight end turned receiver.
But then, like, he was still slow as hell. I would have just kept him a tight end.
Yeah.
Kelvin Benjamin, I would have converted him to a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Screw the blocking.
Who is winning the KFC chicken wing eating contest? Kelvin Benjamin or Eddie Lacy?
Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy. You can't pick against Lacy.
I was nominated,
There you go.
KFC chicken wing.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe it's a thing.
I mean, I think my favorite...
I think Eddie Lacy would win any eating contest. Honestly. Doesn't matter what it is.
Terrence Cody, 2 words for you.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Terrence Cody's in that competition. It's over.
I mean,
Hey, Vince Wilfork.
Eddie Lacy's the only man to do P90X and actually gain weight, That's kind of crazy. Like, that's insane. He literally hired a trainer specifically designed to lose it, and he just maintained. Like, it's just a waste of money.
That's wild.
He should have just become an offensive lineman. That would have been crazy. He could have done the big boy touchdowns all the time. He would have been ready for it.
Yeah. Become like that guy that they put in only on goal line situations.
Yeah, it would have been the best fullback ever.
Yeah.
Mike Tolbert 2.0.
Like Zion.
Exactly.
You like basketball?
Like
By the way,
Zion.
I asked Gute if she likes basketball. You like basketball?
Little Beerly hoops there, eh? I like that.
Really hoops, man. Oh, you gotta keep, yeah.
I have not heard an episode yet, to be fair. I've got to hop on it.
Check out our pinned one. Next time you get some time, check it out.
Check out the latest one. It was pretty good. I was on there for like 2 minutes. Trevor's been trying to keep me off of it.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's a good time. Honestly, Beerly football is amazing, but Beerly hoops is better. Beerly hoops is better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, I just get obsessed with football, man. Like football is definitely a big passion of mine. Like that Ravens game that you were at there, Gary. Like, oh, that was one of my favorite games.
Terrible first half.
First half, but I think
First
that
half
was
was. I was like, almost fell asleep. I was like, how many punts can there be in one game? I do not want to watch Jacoby Brissett play this much. But then, second half was great. Lamar, they shut him down. Howard did the big fumble. That was great second half.
I think the Ravens have won like 3 games going into that. And then they just
were on a
went
hot
to bed.
streak, and honestly,
Because that started
that game.
what, 8 or 9 game win streak?
It started the 7-game win streak, and we was the demise of the Ravens. Like we just gave the blueprint how to shut them down. That was beautiful, bro. Like just the stadium just thumping and bumping like that, the energy in there. Oh my god, it was probably a top 2 game. Like usually a good game for me is just watching the Patriots come and the Dolphins just winning. But like I know that's usually because Brady's not trying, or like it's a week 1 or a week 17. It means almost nothing. Usually we're either eliminated or it's the beginning of the season. But
that is
for a Thursday night football game, and I remember going in that parking lot and remember them saying Tua's not playing because of his finger, and all of my buddies just saying, "We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked." You gonna watch Jacoby Brisket roll it? Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to curse on this show. My bad.
No, you're good.
No, say the F word.
Gotcha. So Jacoby Brisket, I just watched him just roll around, and I was like, "Please, not him again." And Tua comes in, and the comeback just rolls out. Javon Holland and Brandon Jones just blitzing left and right. It was beautiful, man. I was sending Snapchats to my buddies in Baltimore, just laughing. I thought we were gonna get rolled over. We had lost 40-0, then 52-6 the year before. The last 2 Ravens matches. Actually win. Yeah, slow first half, man, but beautiful ending.
So, I don't know if you saw our tweet last night. We asked Gute, a Packers fan, about this. So, who are you taking all time, Aaron Rodgers or Dan Marino?
I love Aaron Rodgers, man.
Oh, wow.
But Dan Marino is a different beast, man. Dan the freaking man, If he was lighting it up for 5,000 yards, 50-plus touchdowns back then, when the defenses were able to blanket receivers, tug on them, play physical.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what he'd be doing now, just slinging the rock, especially with he not allowed to be touched at all.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he'd be slinging.
That's the only reason I'm not a wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, that's the only reason. The only reason is because, one, Trevor can't be touched, and that's what he really wants in life. He wants to be touched. And number 2, he's slower and less athletic than me, and I'm a golf pro. So,
Zach.
We're gonna need to see a Beerly football 1-on-1, wide receiver.
Hey,
dude, I would love that. Next time I come to Florida, me and Trevor are gonna make it happen. First off, we have to shoot the video whether or not Trevor can tackle me, because he thinks he can. I'm 100% sure he can't. And 2, we're gonna see him try and get open when I'm covering him on defense. Here's a hint.
Okay.
I'll give you guys a preview of the video. He can't get open, and he can't tackle me.
I would do both on the first shot. We can do it on Instagram Live. That video.
I would love that, Trevor. Please put that on Instagram Live. Carrie, come and film. We're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna get my.
Bro, you see me? I'm 6'2", man, bro. Like, check me. I'm like,
I know about that.
I got the Mike Allstar jersey on.
He's got them small thighs too. Got them weak thighs.
I'll definitely help chip in, with that filming right there. Carrie, you got the IG. I'll handle their Twitter. We'll make sure the people get to see what they want.
Yeah,
that's some programming right there.
One look at Jalen Ramsey and Trevor running the other way.
Why do we just start hating on me tonight? Like,
why not?
It's fun, man. It's fun. It's just like the same reason why you don't let me come on Beerly Hoops is because you can't guard me on the court. You can't score on me on the court.
I got my backup coming in.
Your backup?
Yes, sir.
I'm the backup.
Bow.
I'm the backup. I came here listening. Do not disrespect that boy Trevor. Trevor has red routes on cornerbacks that you will never even see in the NFL because they're locked up.
Exactly.
They're 5'7" white guys.
Exactly.
I'll give you a hint on Trevor's
Leaders of the
football
world.
career at Ten Rock High School. He
Zach, I scored a touchdown on Discovery in middle school. That
Huh?
should tell you.
what?
I scored a touchdown on Discovery in middle school.
I scored a touchdown on Discovery as well. I scored 5.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. At quarterback.
That don't count. Gute touchdown. Nando,
One
one
last
last question before you hop off.
I got one. I beat you, sadly. Who is going to be the better quarterback, Mac Jones or Tua? Who are you taking?
Again, bro, I got to see both of them live, man. And I'm definitely a little bit of a Mac Jones hater. I think his floor is extremely high. Great game manager. You know, he definitely like an Alex Smith-esque player. You know, like someone who's pretty good. You know, deserves your respect, but like it's never gonna strike total fear in me. I'll never expect him really to collapse, but I'll. He didn't show it to me that he had to take that next step. You know. I don't know if Tua will be better though because his floor is a lot lower, but his ceiling is a lot higher than Mac Jones. I think given the right tools, if you gave them both the same team, Tua would probably perform better if the team is strong.
Yep.
If you give them a weaker team, Mac Jones is definitely gonna guide you to a better.
I mean, if you put Mac Jones on that Dolphins O-line, he's not going to do anything either.
That's true, but I don't think anyone will. I think it's like Sans Brady with his like 2-second release time. I don't think anyone could have really.
Yeah, there's very few quarterbacks there that's going to do much.
Yeah, he gets off really fast.
You know, but Mac, he definitely has the poise, man. He does not look like a rookie. It's kind of crazy, honestly.
I'm not just hearing what that dude just said.
I did.
They're not used to the Beerly Hoop side of me, bro.
I'm used to. Dude, I was your roommate for 4 years.
That's what I'm saying. You felt me. You didn't hear me. But Nando, we appreciate you having you on, brother. Dolphins season this past season was a very entertaining one. At one point, they were my most disappointing team, but they definitely turned it around. They made it interesting, and I think next year will be a very interesting year with that division, with that team, and looking forward to next year.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back this offseason. We'll talk Dolphins offseason sometime in our offseason episodes.
Absolutely.
Tap in with Beerly Hoops, man.
Or
not.
I want to tap in, and I'd love to do a little AFC East talk. You know, always down to talk with my Patriots fans.
There you go.
And Dolphins, before I go, you know, Dolphins definitely disappointing season for me too. At first, you know, I was like, dang, I can't. We were all talking. I can't believe we all spent $600 on season tickets just for this. You know, tickets were going at $10. You know, in the seats because of how bad it was.
Damn.
And then the Ravens game, that was an $150 game. And then after that, just lights out. The Dolphins turned it up, and it'll become a season I'll never forget, man. So,
can I get a year of the beer before you hop off?
A little year of the beer, bro. Thank you, Beerly Sports, for the opportunity, man. You guys were awesome. I've been looking forward to this all day. Been talking football with the boys.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Cheers.
Bona boom.
Hold on, I gotta open a new one. I gotta cheer.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, baby.
Here's the beer, baby. All right, thank you, Nando, for coming on. Hope you have a good night.
Good night, boys. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
These boys.
Go Dolphins.
Thank you. Go Dolphins. Go Pats.
Against Patriots, sadly.
Huh?
We'll catch a game.
Till next year.
Till next year, boys. Peace.
Carrie, y'all should go. You should meet up with him at a game. Give him a hat.
Absolutely. You definitely should give him a hat.
Give him some merch. Give him some merch for the low.
Yo, I need my merch.
I don't have merch yet. Calm down. I don't have merch yet, okay?
What the fuck is that?
Really sports, Dort. Come on.
It's not. Listen. Y'all don't understand. Yo, see?
You want to see more?
Yeah, I want to see more motherfuckers. Listen, I started the year of the beer, right?
He coined it.
It's Beerly Dorts from now on, guys.
I don't know
We have
about
to step it
that.
up.
I don't know about that.
Beerly Dorts. Hey.
Welcome to Beerly Dorts. How may I help you?
Dort, you wanna give us some Texans talk?
Davis
know?
Yeah.
Mills.
What you
Yeah,
think,
just
bro?
a sec.
What are your thoughts on Mr. Longneck?
Hold on. Oh, whoa!
Oh,
About hide your massage therapist. All right. I suddenly really need a massage. My back just
that's
hyped up.
here on Beerly Football.
Oh
H-Town.
no! What? The
H-Town.
towel fell? H-Town hold it dying.
Do you think Deshaun Watson will ever play for the Texans again?
Never. Listen,
Hell
I'm at
no!
the
They got Davis Mills now.
D Mills. Listen, I'm at the biggest crossroads in my life right now. The reason I became a Texans fan was because of Deshaun Watson, and now, the way I've been acting lately, low-key has been like a closeted Bengals fan.
Wow.
But I can't just. But I can't. I know as a man, as a sports podcaster, I can't just hop onto the Bengals bandwagon. You know,
Right.
That's
Right.
really
Exactly.
tricky.
Gotta stick it out.
Gotta stick it out. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But don't be surprised if I got a Ocho Cinco jersey on next time I'm on the beer league.
Shout out to Chad. I sold that guy some stalker cleats, bro.
I don't think that ever happened.
It did.
Tell the story,
No,
bro. Zach's still gone.
Yeah. Poor guy. It's okay.
That's what happens when you drink peanut butter beer on a Tuesday night.
I can't believe I haven't peed yet.
Proud of you.
Bro, we should definitely take this time to plug Beerly Hoops, man.
Oh,
if you
we
like
definitely
this
should.
guy,
Hey,
if
listen.
you like that guy,
Listen, every week, Barely Hoops. This week we've got our NBA Not 75 draft. We're gonna see who's a better team. You know, I took my first dub this week in Barely Hoops Twitter history, so you know
About
it definitely
time,
is
bro.
Barely Dorts at this point.
wait. So what are we? Who gets first pick? Do you want to rock paper scissors right now?
I have a proposition. I'll give it to you tomorrow
Okay.
on the record.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight after you teasing me like that, but
Just rub one out after the show.
No, I
Do
will.
you guys-
I usually do.
Barely Football, is there a lot of jerk off talk, gay talk?
We try to keep it to a limited, sadly.
Because y'all got actual sponsors, right? So maybe I shouldn't have said that.
It's okay. This is a party episode. You can say whatever you want.
No ad reads this episode.
We can have a jerk off segment if we really.
Our little perverted brother.
Okay, guys. So we got the Not 75 on Pornhub draft right now. Everybody got your live rankings.
We're moving on to top 10 NFL players you would want to get jerked off.
All right.
Trev, so what's going on with your porn star power rankings as of late? I saw the update on Daily
check out the
Porn.
porn stash. Check out the porn stash. You know the
All right.
vibe. Come on, bro. Zach!
Zach is
He's
back.
back!
Look at that. Woo!
Hey, Zach, you
All right,
golf,
Zach.
right?
Who's your
you can't
favorite porn star?
Zach, you golf, right?
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, can we just see your stroke game really quick?
Zach! That's way too much shoulders, bro.
Bro did this.
Bro gave her the push-up.
No. You want to see my golf swing? Is that what
Can
you
you
want to see?
stand on the table and do it?
Yeah, stroke. That's what I was saying. I was
Okay,
like, what?
yeah, no problem. 1 second.
Big Ben
Oh.
swing right there.
No. Dude, I really hope he grabs a 3-wood.
I got a 3-wood in my pants.
He is thick.
Wow.
Carrie, put your banana hoodie on now.
Too
Carrie,
hot.
when do I get my Beerly sports gear? I bet I'm part of the.
I get my really
From
sports
the
gear.
Florida.
I'm there tomorrow.
Have you got your Icer stuff or no, not yet?
So first off, these are the new
No.
irons I got this year.
We shouldn't have talked to him
Cobra,
about golf.
Puma. Thank you. All right. Now,
Welcome to Beerly Golf.
Basically.
stroke game. It's all about tempo.
We
Hold
can't
on,
see your
this-
face, Zach.
It's all about tempo. So what
Move
you
the
gotta make
chair.
sure you're doing.
Okay?
Okay. You
Okay.
gotta get the setup right. And it's
Okay.
back and through. Back through.
You gotta wrap the hot dog in the bun. You know, when you hold it,
What he said.
dog in the bun. Bend your knees. You know.
No, he's back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
What
there.
happened, Zach?
Did it glitch?
Yeah, it kind of glitched on me.
Oh no, it was too good of a stroke. That's too good stroke for YouTube. YouTube was like, no.
Okay, guys. So when is the Beerly Funds gonna get to the point where you guys can fly me to Florida?
I'm not in
Right
Florida.
now. Zach's not in Florida though, sadly.
Then fly me to wherever Zach is.
Okay, I'm in Georgia. I live right
Me and
outside
Gary are
Atlanta.
on, like opposite sides of Florida too.
Shit,
We're
you guys.
We're all over the place, man. We're worldwide.
Beerly Sports is everywhere.
International.
Beerly
Exactly.
worldwide, wide.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Football
Yeah.
thoughts.
I need some merch. I need a
Who's
Beerly
the best
tattoo.
player in the NFL right now?
The best player in the NFL,
Right now.
Aaron Donald, right? Is it? That's
It's got
easy,
yes. The real answer is Aaron Donald. I tricked Trevor into drinking Modelo first by saying Kyle Pitts, but it's definitely Aaron Donald.
right? I feel like Aaron Donald's just the easy answer.
Yeah.
Who's second best?
Is it bold to say Derrick Henry? He like
Now, I like that.
If he's healthy, yeah.
there's both safe. I feel like both those
Gary's
guys
from Boston, so he'll tell you it's Cooper Kupp.
Wow.
Wait, Carrie, you're from Boston?
I'm from New England, New Hampshire, sadly.
Why
So, like,
sadly?
Boston Celtics.
So does Trevor just make all the racist jokes that we make on Barely Hoops to you?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, you guys make racist jokes on Barely Hoops?
No.
No.
Do I need to start like heavily editing your podcast?
No, you're good.
No, we don't. We make fun of racists on Beerly Sports.
Boston
so if you hate
fans.
racism, listen to Beerly Hoops. I mean Beerly Hoops.
There you go.
Did you
Yeah.
say
So-
Barely Hoops? I mean,
So
Barely
it's,
Hoops.
you make fun of Boston fans. You make fun of people like Carrie.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're from Boston, you don't have to listen to Beerly Hoops. Like, I'll take that. We'll take that. We'll
Yeah,
take
I'm gonna be
that.
honest. Carrie's
All right,
a great guy.
football.
We just started accepting
You're right,
basketball.
football.
Oh, Jazz.
Dort. Shut up. Dort. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl next year? Who you got?
Okay, I'm about to embarrass myself.
Let's hear it.
I don't know the difference.
He only
between
knows 3 NFL teams.
I'm the biggest. Like I know football. I'm always a contender in my fantasy football league every year.
Sure.
Oh, Beerly Fantasy Football League next season.
You're in it next year, bro. You're in it.
Lock it in. I don't know the difference between NFC and AFC teams,
Okay.
Sure. Right here. Good start.
but it's not like
my
split
Lord.
the way East and West is split. So I can't.
No, it's not.
So give me. Who have I?
Just give us 2 teams, and we'll tell you if it's in the AFC or like.
if they're compatible. I don't want
Uh-huh.
to say the Bills. I feel like saying the Bills and the Bengals, you're corny.
Both are AFC.
Those are the
But-
AFC
But
you
I'm
try.
not saying either.
5 next year.
Give me Chiefs Cowboys.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen.
Compatible. That's a match.
It's possible.
Possible.
I think you're wrong, but it's possible.
I don't know who else would be in the Cowboys conference that is fair.
Well, it depends on whether or not the Packers bring back Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
There's a
Niners,
couple
Brady's
good
going
NFC
for it.
teams. You have the Niners. You have the Rams, the defending Super Bowl champions next year. I mean, there's a couple good teams there.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
As always,
Bucks. Let me ask something. Let me ask a football question now.
I'm wearing 40, drinking my 40, shorty.
By the way, Trevor, I'm really upset you're still on your first beer. I'm on beer number 3.
No, I opened this one. This one got warm, so I opened the other one. But that's how much I left. This is honestly just piss.
Okay.
I got a football question for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Out of the 3-4 football podcasts I have listened to, a lot of Lamar Jackson hate.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why y'all hitting on Lamar?
Explain yourself.
Okay, so this is real simple. This is real simple.
You ready to talk about QBR for 38 minutes?
No. I'm not even going to talk about QBR. It's not even about QBR. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. You turn the ball over as many times as you score, you're a bad quarterback.
Tua turned the ball over. Sorry, Nando.
Sorry, Nando. But Lamar just has no tools.
Yeah, he can't throw.
And he's not a good quarterback.
He has nothing to throw to.
He's Hollywood Brown. Mark Andrews.
Hollywood Brown!
8,000 yards. If you put Hollywood Brown with Patrick Mahomes, how many yards is he going to get?
Shut up, cracker.
There's a reason he doesn't do anything.
Okay. So if that's your argument, why has he got so many fumbles? Why is he fumbling the ball so much?
He
has to run because he has nowhere to throw the ball.
So he can't cover up? He can't put two hands on the ball? Is that a problem?
He has to throw receivers off.
But it's like, who do you compare his fumbles to other quarterbacks? Yeah, but he's like a Swiss Army knife.
Listen, I compare turnovers to touchdowns. That's all I'm doing. Turnovers to touchdowns. That includes rushing touchdowns, by the way. If he turns the ball over more than he's putting up points, that's a problem. Because he's giving the other team opportunity to score points every time he turns the ball over. And if he's turning the ball over more than he scores, that's an issue.
You know what happened when he left? 0-4. Missed the playoffs. They would have went 1-3.
By the way, Trevor, I'm glad you brought that up because I was listening back to the podcast to make the whole, highlights thing. And we talked about on the podcast a game that he missed and they won. Snap.
Versus who?
I don't even remember.
Do you not remember? Or do you not want to say it?
Only beat the Lions because Justin Tucker is the best kicker in the NFL. That is the only reason they beat the Lions. No other kicker is hitting a 65-yard field goal.
Pearson is hitting that kick.
What is his career high?
Your mom.
50?
Wait, so if we're going to talk about turnovers, but y'all always gas up Carson Wentz too, and he's a walking fucking turnover.
Carson Wentz is a walking turnover? 27-7. 27-7. No, I will go to the grave. Carson Wentz scored more touchdowns and threw less interceptions and fumbled less than Lamar Jackson.
So would you take Carson Wentz?
Yes, I would, Trevor. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Leave. I don't care. Leave.
The real question about Carson Wentz is, should he even have a ring? Because Nick Foles is the miles ahead of Carson Wentz.
Are you serious? Are you joking?
Carson Wentz was insane.
He was in the MVP conversation that season.
Okay. He was insane, but it's playoffs. Nick Foles was like 3 times during the playoffs. And I know he was hurt. But Nick Foles went on a whole new level. Nick Foles isn't catching no Philly specials. I mean, Carson Wentz.
I guarantee you Carson Wentz catches that pass and scores a touchdown. I would guarantee it. He's faster than Nick Foles. He's more athletic than Nick Foles. I guarantee you he's doing the same exact thing.
He might have shattered his kneecap catching that football.
Huh?
Carson Wentz, before that injury, was a top 5 quarterback.
Hey.
Ooh!
And Nick Foles
Gary!
the Super Bowl.
Wow! That's even bolder than I would go. But hey, I love the energy I'm getting from Kerry Dempsey right now.
If y'all are tired of hearing this bullshit, make sure you check out Barely Hoops.
Barely Hoops.
Barely Hoops. Where out of all the people that work at Beerly Sports, you have one of the best basketball players and one of the worst basketball players, Trevor Kirkland.
I'm one of the best or what?
You know what? I'm not even gonna.
Take this.
I would see any of y'all on the court any day. And
you lose.
Retreat. Let's go.
Listen, I've seen Kerry scoring you more times than I can count.
Whoa.
That is not true.
And he's from New England.
Yeah. That's bad.
Who's gonna guard you? 6'3", 4.
By the way, Trevor said he was 6'2" earlier. He's actually like closer to 6 foot and a 3/4 of an inch.
You're not 6'2".
Hey, I'm 6'9", and those are separate measurements. All right, 6'9". You know the vibes. You don't believe me? Ask your ex-girlfriend. About. I'm
sorry. That was not supposed to be so. Hey.
You tried.
But for real, Barely Hoops. Barely Hoops. Check us out.
Who's winning 2v2? Beerly Hoops or half of?
Oh my
Beerly
God, Barely Hoops. It might
Beerly
be 21-0.
easily.
I'm saying Beerly football.
Dude, if I'm hitting my shots, it's over.
That's
Okay,
true.
Gary,
Carrie
what is that,
can't
once a
miss.
year?
When Carrie's on, I'm not joking.
I'm
Dort, I'm
on.
going to tell you this. As someone that's played basketball with both these boys, all right? If Carrie is on, he can't miss. Unless you block him, he does not miss. And Trevor's
Okay,
the worst
that's the best
defensive
thing I do on the
player
basketball
I have
court
ever
is block
seen.
shots.
Trevor don't gotta do
If I'm
nothing.
off, I can't hit anything. So you're either way.
Yeah, so if Carrie's off, you guys win. If Carrie's on,
Exactly.
It don't matter.
Doesn't
It
even
don't
matter.
who's on. It does not matter. I promise. We should have said
out
that.
there.
Go out to Cali, play on the beach. Carrie.
Yeah, Callie. I'm throwing lobs to Trevor off the backboard.
and Trevor is going to be like, oh, I can dunk, and then not be able to dunk.
I'll be like
Exactly.
Dwayne Wade. I'll be like,
Done. About.
Yeah.
Carrie,
Yes.
what was your favorite part of this NFL season? What was your favorite part of this beer league season?
Favorite part of this NFL season? I'm gonna say it was probably the Chiefs losing. Honestly, it was a great time. Seeing Jackson Mahomes and Brittany Lynn be dad was probably the highlight of my life.
Wow.
I didn't want to see them win.
I want to say I disagree with that, but I can't.
And then highlight of Beerly, it has obviously got to be when Zachary Smith said that Taylor Heineke was a top 10 quarterback.
Never happened. I love how you keep bringing this up, but it never happened. It literally never happened.
You didn't bring it in the clips because you didn't want anyone to hear it. But
Listen, Carrie, next podcast I'll bring in the clip.
please do.
We'll
bring
talk
it back.
about it. We'll talk
didn't
about
wanna
it.
be
I'll
hot.
bring in the whole clip, full of context, everything that happened before and after, and we'll talk about it. And then Carrie, after we bring in the clip with the full context, everything that happened before and after, listen, we'll talk about it, and then I want you to say, when this clip comes out, I'm looking right at the camera too. I want you to say, when this clip comes out, Zach never said Taylor Heineke was a top 10 quarterback. I want you to say that.
I won't because you said it. But
I didn't say it. Literally never came out of my mouth. That sentence literally never came out of my mouth. I edit the podcast. I rewatched the podcast. I put together the highlights. All right? I know what I said, and I did not say that. So get ready to be smoked.
I'm born ready.
Get ready to
Zach,
be.
Zach, what was your highlights of the NFL year in beer
I was
league?
gonna ask Lil Dort next, but go ahead.
Nobody cares about your opinion.
No, we'll
but-
go Lil Dort next. Lil Dort,
LG.
what was your highlight of the NFL season? What was your highlight of all of beer league this year?
in my expert NFL analysms this
Analysm.
season,
Sure, why not?
analysms, I'd say the highlight of the season for me was either that Chiefs Bills game.
That was a great game.
Great game.
Probably the best football game I ever watched.
One of the best ever. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the record right now. One of the
It's like
best
that,
games ever.
and 28-3. Those are like the two best football games I ever watched.
Rams Chiefs game was pretty crazy. Remember that game with
The regular
Goff?
season one.
It was 54-51.
My cousin was at that game.
That game was
Right.
insane.
That and then I won 1,000 betting on the Super Bowl.
There you go.
You won $1,000 betting on the
Hit
Super
the
Bowl?
parlay.
Coming soon.
Dang, I missed my parlay because Odell Beckham Jr. went down with 9 yards left to go.
Odell hit mine. I forgot what I had him as, but he hit for me already, early.
I was so upset. I was like, God damn. Everything else hit. Joe Burrow under, Matthew Stafford over, freaking, I don't remember the third or fourth one, but Odell Beckham Jr., it's 62 yards. He ended with 51 and a touchdown, and I was like, oh my God.
That's why you can't bet on people with purple hair, sadly.
This was mine. I had Samaj Perine under a 9-yard reception. Lock it in. Joe Mixon over 13.5 yards on his longest run. 14 yards. Lock it in. Sony Michel under 5.5 rushing attempts. He had 2. Betting GOAT. Matthew Stafford over 5.5 rushing yards. He had 6. And then Cam Akers under 63.5 rushing yards, and he had like 20.
Let me look up mine real quick that missed. I was so upset about it, but I want to look it up. Just to let you guys know how close I was. This is all that matters right now, okay?
All that matters.
That's it.
Matthew Stafford over 270.5 yards. He had 283. Joe Burrow under 265.5 passing yards. He had 263. So barely hit on that one.
Barely hit on that one.
Cam Akers under 57.5 rushing yards, took the under all day. 21 rushing yards for Cam Akers. T. Higgins over 65.5 receiving yards, took the over. T. Higgins 100 yards. Odell Beckham Jr. 60.5 was the line. Took the over. He finishes at 52 and gets hurt in the second quarter. I was like, the NFL is rigged. This is bullshit.
That means Beerly betting's coming soon.
Oh, absolutely. If we could get, hey, listen. If we could do a show every week where we do just bets on like DraftKings, Prize Picks, which is the one I use that one for. If we could do like every week, do that. That'd be dope.
Now
coming soon.
We'll look in the calendar. We'll get that done soon.
Absolutely.
Once that Beerly Twitter group chat gets active again. My highlight in my Beerly season is, it's my rookie year. You know, we're not even done. Beerly Dorts, but the best moment, literally, I feel like last podcast when we're arguing about Trae Young and Chris Paul, the most random argument for 20 minutes.
I was there for that.
You were, and that was a peak moment. And
that was a peak moment.
Me and him were climaxing, and you showed up, Zach.
I know. I'm sorry. I just listen, I'm going to be honest. When I'm watching that kind of stuff, I like to wait for the climax and then show up.
The money shot?
The money shot, exactly. You don't want to skip to afterwards when they're cleaning themselves up. You want to show up when he's...
Yeah, they're rating this one explicit.
Yes,
100%.
This one's definitely explicit. But you want to show up. Everything's going at the same time all over the place.
Everywhere.
That's when you want to show up. And that's when I did show up.
I think the future highlight, though, of Beerly, just sports in general, is going to be whenever Trevor drops his Andrew Wiggins video that he owes me for like 2 months. This dude was supposed to drop a video on why Andrew Wiggins should have been an all-star starter. And it's too late now. He lost the pick'em, and he didn't post it. So I was thinking, as Beerly Football, you guys could help me pick a bet for Trevor to do.
Trevor actually he was supposed to do a bet for us months ago, and he never did it.
No,
I barely... Listen. By the way, I just want to bring this up. I picked the Super Bowl correctly, and that made me not have to do a Four Loko before the podcast and then come on here and talk for an hour and a half.
You could have came on here.
I was so happy because I was like, if I finish under 500 in the playoffs, I'll do a Four Loko on stream. I'm so glad I didn't have to do it. Listen, Four Loko does something to me, and I can't explain it, but it's nuts.
It gets going?
It gets going.
No.
Hey,
yo.
You said something about stream. I heard that Beerly Football, the Beerly Madden League. I'm ready for that.
Yes.
Beerly Madden League.
Don't give me a mobile quarterback. You won't.
So Beerly Madden League is something that we're playing it in the off season while no games are going on. We're planning that. Obviously, Dort's going to be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it. Trevor's going to be a part of it. Kerry's going to be a part of it, even though Kerry's trash at Madden.
Wait till Jacoby Brissett's throwing 60 touchdowns on quick slants 40 times a game.
Give me Terrell Pryor any day.
Hey, Zach, what round are you taking Carson Wentz in?
Easily he's taking him first.
Probably not taking a Carson Wentz, honestly. You'll see my strategy when we do the fantasy draft. You'll see my strategy. It's pretty simple, but you'll see my strategy. You know what? What I want to do is when we do the draft, I want to stream it live on Twitch, and what I want to do is have everybody on Discord that's in the draft, and I want to like go through the whole thing doing that, do the Beerly draft, everything.
I'm with that. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually stream on Twitch. TikToks have been blowing up lately as well. I've been putting my captions talking about how I'm an NFL player, and I'm just OP at Madden because I'm an NFL player, and people are on my dick in the comments, and they're like, "Who are you then?" I'm like, "Look me up."
Deshaun Watson on the podcast right now.
You got Deshaun Watson live on the Beerly Sports set.
All right, the title for this episode has been set. Deshaun Watson joins the podcast.
Deshaun, what are your thoughts on massages?
Not clickbait. In parentheses.
I just got 3 questions at once. I love misogyny. It's top 5 thing in the world.
Oh, respect. Fuck women. Yeah. Yeah.
My 3 favorite things in the world are misogyny, beer, and hating racist people.
Fucking facts. You and Carrie should have a tussle.
Carrie respects women, drinks wine, and is racist.
Wow.
No, but with all that being said, obviously we have some big stuff planned for this off season. We're gonna be doing episodes every other week, instead of every single week, for Beerly Football. And what we're basically going to do is go over all the off-season news every other week, talk about what's happening in the NFL. We're going to talk about a bunch of other stuff. I'm planning on starting up the Beerly Madden League sometime in like mid-March. I haven't planned that out completely yet, but I'm hoping to get a Beerly Madden League going in mid-March. Dort will be there, Trevor will be there, Carol will be there, I'll be there. It's going to be a great time. There's a lot of other stuff we have planned, including an expansion of the website. If anyone would like to write an article for our website,
please.
If anyone would like to write an article for our website, please either DM us on Twitter, DM us on Instagram.
Please DM us on Twitter.
Or you can send an email to us at beerlysports or beerlysports@gmail.com. Sorry.
Gmail@beerlysports.com.
Gmail exactly. At beerlysports. Yeah, no. beerlysports@gmail.com. Pretty simple to get in touch with us. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, Dort. I know we haven't gotten the chance to talk a bunch, but every time I talk to you, I feel like you're my brother from another mother.
I got you guys, man. Hopefully.
Basically, Trevor Jr.
Pretty much. Trevor Jr. Hopefully I
no,
didn't
that's Trevor Sr.
Yeah, no, he's much cooler than Trevor.
He's a lot longer than me.
Hopefully I didn't kill too many sponsors today.
Yeah.
Hey,
but if you like that guy, if you like this guy, Beerly Hoops, if we can plug it for like the 5th time this episode, at Beerly Hoops on Twitter. Check us out, weekly podcast. We talk about everything. We're mad sus.
That's impressive.
Good little vibe for sure.
Facts.
But I will say my favorite part of the NFL season, not that anybody asked me, y'all all ask each other.
Oh, no one asked me either. No one asked me either. Trevor, can you ask me after you say yours?
Yeah.
You didn't answer.
He did ask me. Carrie got you.
Yeah, Carrie asked you.
Oh, shit. Well, then ask me again.
Zach, what was your favorite moment of the NFL season? What was your favorite moment of Beerly Sports this year?
Gary, I'm so glad you asked. So my favorite moment of this NFL season, I'm going to have to agree with Dort. It's that KC Buffalo game. My emotions were all over the place. So obviously my secondary team is the Jaguars. They're like up here, but like right here, that's the Bills. So I was hyped. Gabriel Davis looked like the invisible man. No one could cover him. I don't know what they were doing in KC that week, but I was so hyped. I was like, dang, Buffalo Bills about to go to the AFC Championship game. They're about to win. They're about to go to the Super Bowl and win. Josh Allen about to be the man I prophesized 4 years ago. Unfortunately, none of that happened. My emotions were all over the place. I was going up and down. We have a group chat. We talked about it. It's okay. I'm over it by now. My favorite moment of Beerly, honestly, this is going to seem kind of sentimental and kind of like, but honestly, it was going back through the episodes, listening to them again, and putting together that the highlights that I just put out. Because I got to listen to how far...
I love you, Zach.
Honestly, like, for real, I got to see how far we've come since episode...
We've came really far.
Episode uno. In, like, July of, like, 2021. I got to see how far we've come since July.
I was reading scripts in the beginning episodes. That was not genuine at all. I was reading scripts.
But I've got to see how far we've come, how much it's grown. Like, I edit the podcast. I post the podcast. I listen to, I see the Anchor analytics. I see the Spotify, Apple Podcast analytics. I get to see how far we've come. And we've gone from about 2 listeners to 3 listeners an episode to almost 50 listeners an episode. So, like, that sincerely makes me so happy and proud of the team that we have here at Beer League Football, of the work that we're doing, of everything that we do, of the fun we have when we're on the podcast, when we're talking, drinking beer, having fun. I have no idea what Trevor's doing right now. I could not even hear him over myself. But going back through and watching those episodes and listening to those episodes was so much fun. That has to be my top Beerly memory. Either that or me defending Tyrod Taylor against the 2 schmucks. But seriously, like, going back through, listening to those podcasts, seeing how far we've come since episode 1 of Beerly Football, and seeing where we are now with Beerly Sports, having the website, having all this stuff. That makes me sincerely excited.
It truly is the year of the beer.
It truly is the year of the beer. That makes me excited as someone who, runs the brand and, runs Beer League Football, runs Beer League Sports, allows Beer League basketball or Beer League hoops to happen.
Thank you.
As someone that, started this all the way back in July of 2021, I'm sincerely happy about how far it's come since then.
My favorite part was writing Beerly Sports on a girl's boobs.
You didn't do that.
Yeah, I did.
Then why didn't you take a picture and send it to Carrie to post it on Instagram?
Yeah.
It wasn't a girl.
All right, man.
What are we supposed to do with that, Trevor? Come on.
That's your favorite moment? Trevor, get sentimental.
Hey, bro. I was about to do something really bad before this Beerly Sports started. I was about to, no, I'm just yo, you're the beer, bro. You're the beer. Fuck with me and Dort on Beerly Hoops, man. That's all I got. That's all I got. Stay on Beerly Football. It's only up from here.
It's so deep. All right. My favorite Beerly Hoops moment was when Trevor and Zach and Carrie, I was just a homeless guy on the side of the road. They scooped me up and saved my life.
We were driving by, and I was like, wait, stop. I've seen you.
That man.
And I was like,
right there.
Beerly Sports cares.
I had a sign that says, we'll talk about no change. They got scooped me up, tied me to the roof of the truck.
We did.
Took me to Florida.
It was Carrie's F-150 as they all drive up in New England.
Sure. You're the beer, man.
F-150 with a Confederate flag on the back.
Oh, Dumbo.
Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. Let's go. Beerly politics starting now. Fuck white people.
Remember to follow us on Twitter at Beerly Football.
Oh my god.
On Twitter at Beerly Baseball. Follow us on Twitter at Beerly Sports. Follow us on Twitter at Beerly Hoops. Follow us on Instagram at Beerly Sports. Zach.
He ruined your plug. You gotta
Sorry,
do it all
I
again,
banged
Terry.
the table and it disconnected my my camera. So
We
I
still
fixed
recording?
it. Yeah, no, I'm still recording.
Okay, good. I was about to come out.
Remember to follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram at Beerly Sports for baseball content. Podcast coming soon. Follow us at Beerly Baseball. For basketball content, follow us at Beerly Hoops on Twitter. For all Beerly content, follow us at Beerly Sports on Twitter. And for all football content, follow us on Twitter at Beerly Football. TikTok coming soon, to be determined.
That's still been cut. It's TBD since like week 3 of the season, Trevor. Do you want me to take over Beerly Football TikTok? I'll take it over. I'll gladly take it over.
We got a long season.
I'll gladly take it over. Like you can keep like the password, everything the same. I'll gladly take it over. I just want content out there for the peeps.
They want it, Trevor. They want your Andrew Wiggins video. They've been asking.
People have been asking for the A Wiggins video.
Streets hot. Streets need it.
You talking to yourself, bro?
Yeah.
Wait, are we still recording?
Yes, we're still recording.
I love you. Everyone listening, I love you.
You're listening at this point.
Thank you. Yeah, nobody's still listening to this.
No,
point.
people are still listening, okay? I promise
if you're
this.
still listening and you send me the number 54 to my DM at _Trev Scott on Twitter, I'll send you 500. I'll send you 50 cents on Venmo.
Oh,
yeah.
50 cents on Venmo, can't pass that up. You buy like 1/8 millionth of a single Bitcoin, but you know.
One Beerly hat.
Exactly.
But
One NFT.
Next episode.
Before we sign off, hold on 1 second. We're about to sign off, but before we sign off, I want to sincerely thank, obviously, Dort for coming on the show tonight. This is his first time on Beerly Football. He does run a great show over there with Trevor at Beerly Hoops. Obviously, basketball season's still going on, so make sure to check that out. But thank you so much to this man right here, Dort, Anthony, Ant, the man, the myth, the legend, for coming out on this episode and for stepping up to host Beerly Hoops with Trevor. Obviously means a lot to me. It means a lot to the brand of Beerly Sports. But thank you so much for doing everything that you've done so far for the brand and for Beerly Hoops as a podcast. You do a great job, and I just want to make sure I give you the recognition that you deserve in the last episode of season 1 for Beerly Football.
That was a game.
I appreciate
Fuck
it.
Beerly Football.
Appreciate it. Hey, this is the first time I'm gonna say it, so savor it. Shout out Beerly Football. Shout out all the guys.
Let's
here.
go! All
Shout out all
right.
the guys here at Beerly giving me the opportunity, the voice, a way to be recognized and spread the word.
Shout out to you for coming on.
Yeah.
Great season.
Thanks to everyone that showed up. Gute, Nando, obviously Dort. He's a permanent member in the Beerly family. But thanks for everyone coming on tonight. If you want to follow all of us, you got Beerly Football on Twitter, at Beerly Football. You got Beerly Sports on Twitter. I know Kay's already done this. Beerly Sports on Twitter. You have at Sports Guy Zach on TikTok. Don't forget about me. We ain't done with me.
Disrespect Beerly Baseball.
Sports Guy Zach on TikTok. Beerly Baseball come out when we got a podcast, which is coming soon. I promise. But make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow Dort. Make sure you follow Beerly Hoops. We're doing a lot of big stuff this offseason, and all of it will be for your viewing pleasure. Thanks you guys for so much for coming and listening or watching. Have a good off season. We will be here every other week to give you updates, debates, all that wonderful stuff. Hope you guys have a good week. Have a good 2 weeks. See you next time. This is Beerly Football Season 1 signing off.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Chase no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy.